Hi, my name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker, and also an author. Today I'm going to tell you how to overcome writer's block, and especially using the paragraph chase method. How do you overcome writer's block? Have you ever heard of this concept of writer's block where, I can't think of what to write and I'm totally trapped and messed up? Okay, so first, there is actually no such thing as writer's block. And you might say that's bogus. And even in my head says, Aaron, there's writer's block. You can't come up with something. All right, so I wrote this note down to create a video because I hear this all the time. I can't think about what to write about, right? So I've authored and written a pile of books, like 3 major books and 20 plus smaller books, and I've got 9 more in the pipe. I've written a lot of books, okay? Like a brick of books here. Now, have I suffered from writer's block? Yes, in that I didn't plan my writing out well enough. Now, you might say, Aaron, where's this leading? Don't tell me. Outlines, no! Yes, okay, so the first key to avoiding writer's block at all is, did you build up an outline and construct a story, a plot, a character development to the point where you can simply build it out? No? Really? Why is that? Would you build something, a car, without a plan? Would you go to the Ford factory or the Toyota factory and say, hey, let's get some scrap metal and let's just bolt it all together and pray that a car comes off the line? No, you wouldn't buy the car. I certainly wouldn't buy a truck that's made like that. Would you, in your home, your apartment, your condo, your high-rise, would you hope that a bunch of construction workers show up, and with the steel and wood and all these things and drywall and electrical lines, that you just kind of stir it together and out would pop a building? No. Would you plan, let me grab the book here, would you plan to have something with 105,000 interconnected moving parts? That's right, 105,000 interconnected parts, and not have a plan to make them all work? No, you wouldn't do that. You would fire the person. Now, can you have the experience, and I'll give you the idea here. Can you have the experience of, I need to work on how this scene or how this is going to develop? Absolutely. And are there some times where you need to toss the book in the drawer so your subconscious can stew and work on it? Yes. But if you don't have a plan where those 100,000 words, or it's about 88,000 words, 90, something like that. If you don't have a plan to put this together, especially with a co-author, like a Dr. Terry Williams here, if we didn't have a plan of how we're going to coordinate and work, are we going to end up with writer's block? Darn straight! Now, there are a couple different methods for overcoming this writer's block. One, like I said, is definitely to have a plan. If you do not have a basic plot structure and who's going to do what, and you're just hoping that you're going to sit down and bang out a bunch of keys as fast as you can, and then it's going to just boom, pop out, and you're going to be the next Ernest Hemingway or Emily Bronte or whoever. Do you think you're going to be that person? No. These people planned, they thought, they architected, they constructed, so when it came time to set the keys, they could weave those intricate webs that we've so enjoyed over the years. Do you think James Patterson, headed towards being the most published person in the history of mankind. There's one female author who's written something like 700 romance novels. She's still number 4 or 5 in the top printed and published books. But like James Patterson, and now he's a brand, so he has ghostwriters work for him. Oops, did I give that away? Yeah. When it says James Patterson, a tiny title, and with blah, 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 he doesn't even really write most of his books. Like he wrote a book with Bill Clinton, President Clinton. Yeah, check out the link below. I'm going to make a note about that. Yeah, he co-authored a book with Bill Clinton to create The President is Missing story. He is probably one of the most thrilling writers. His paragraphs are too short, but that's not the point. He sits there and plans that out and works it back and forth. Does he sometimes sit stymied? Or does Stephen King or James Rollins sit stymied like, how am I going to do this? Yes, but they don't get writer's block in that they're going along and all of a sudden, oh crap. They architect and build the scene and begin working on it. And here's where I'll tell you why that writer's block is crap. Because, and sorry I use the C word, I know, crap, but if you went to work, let's say you're an accountant, let's say you're an engineer, let's say you work in a middle school cafeteria, let's say you work at a produce store, whatever, or a construction site, and you show up to your boss, I have accounting block today. I can't account. Sorry, boss. I can't construct today. I have road grader block. I can't figure out how to run my road grader. What's going to happen to you? You're going to get fired. That's right. Nobody's going to put up with accounting block. Nobody's going to put up with retail counter block. Nobody's going to come up with engineer's block. Do you get challenged and, I don't know how to figure this out? Yes. So now I'm going to tell you the trick that I use when I'm threatened by the blank page. Let me get a piece of paper out here. And I'm going to tell you the blank page fear. So this is a blank page. Yes? Momentarily obvious. So when you're sitting there and that little cursor's blink, 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 one of the worst things you can do is stare into the void. As a polar explorer, I've stared into the void. I've seen oblivion face me where I've got to go 700 miles over the horizon, cover mile and mile and mile, and man, it's just too far. I can't get there. And so often, more people's writer's block is, I can't think of what to write because they haven't planned and they don't have a direction to follow. They don't have a compass. Even use the compass on your phone because you have this very blank slate, which is quite intimidating. So what I do is I use what I will say trademark or patent the paragraph chase method. What is that? That is a great way to eliminate the intimidating blockage on the page. How do you do that? Okay, so instead of typing and always having the cursor on the blank part of the page, what I do is I'll type just a couple lines of yada yada, whatever. My dog ate his food, my cat did this, whatever, I don't know, the news said this, anything, a sentence or two, right? So now you've got some sentences on the page. And they could be garbage. Hopefully they're about your story or about your words. And then, here's the trick. You put the cursor up here, enter down a couple of times, and begin typing in this block. And that causes this text to slowly move down ahead of you. All of a sudden, you are not facing into the void, but instead you have somebody kind of leading you, if you will, into the void, so you're not actually doing the scary part of doing the navigating and doing the sighting and checking things out with a telescope. You still are, but the paragraph chase method of putting a little bit of writing ahead of you as you write totally lifts the burden of fear of into the unknown. This method totally helped me write this book. This book. These books. This book. And this book. So between planning, outlining, structuring, and saying, boss, yes, Aaron, I have writer's block. Do you want to be fired? No, you're going to get over a writer's block real quick. Even if you write something that doesn't work, as long as you're banging those keys once you create words on the page, yes, words on the page, they can be edited. Most writer's block is a fear of, oh, I don't know what to do. Plan it out, outline it, just a little bit of structure. Tell yourself, if you're not going to write, you're going to be fired, and then you're going to have to live on the street and eat, I don't know, dog food or trash. Do you really want to eat dog food and trash? No. You would get over writer's block if your job and livelihood and family depended on it. You'd get over it real quick. Even if the writing isn't quite perfect, if you get it down, and as soon as it's written on the page, it is so much freaking easier to edit written word than it is to go into the void. So just, if you crank it out, and I know, oh, maybe that's a dumb idea, but if you've got the outline and the structure, and you fill in the blanks, it is so much easier to come back and edit, like, oh, that's not going to work, and your subconscious says, well, I know, because it's better this way. And it makes it easier. Some people say, write light, don't write extra. Look, J.K. Rowling wrote like a huge chunk of one of her books. I think it was book 4 in the Harry Potter series. She had to trash 1/3 of the freaking book. That sucked for her. But until she got it down, she didn't realize, ooh, the plot's not going to work or structure because of this. But until she had that down, she couldn't figure that out. So I say to get over writer's block, use a paragraph chase method, get some stuff here, type. Way less intimidating. Plan out your structure, outline that. Just give yourself some work so you have a better plan. It's not so intimidating. And then crank it out and build it, and then come back and edit it. Because you're going to have to edit the book anyway. Don't think you don't need to edit, because trust me, you do. And that is one of the ways, actually 3 ways, 3, of how to overcome writer's block with the paragraph chase method, the structured outline, and the vision of crank it out and come back and edit it, and it'll be much easier to do. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I am an author, polar explorer, motivational speaker, professional traveler. Who cares? Please subscribe to my channel. Please like and comment on the video. Click the little right arrow to drop down for links about writing books that I have here. I'm not going to link to Harry Potter. Harry Potter knows that. But also to support the channel on Venmo, PayPal, and Patreon. Thank you very much for watching.